after a long and very public battle against cancer, Farrah Fawcett died at the age of 62. For years, she graced television, movies, magazines, and millions of posters as one of the most famous sex symbols this country has ever seen. And from pin-up to popular actress, there was always the dazzling smile and the long blonde locks that launched a craze. Here's David Muir.
She was a television icon, a blonde bombshell in the truest sense, whose glamour first captivated the American audience in the 1970s. But it was the public role she took on in her final year of life in a network documentary that put a famous face to the kind of battle that plays out for millions of Americans every year.
Cancer is a disease that is mysterious, headstrong, and makes its own rules.
Farrah Fawcett had anal cancer. More than 5,000 new cases are diagnosed every year, affecting more women than men.
I know that everyone will die eventually, but I do not want to die of this disease.
This morning, her longtime companion, Ryan O'Neal, was by her side at a California hospital.
Farrah's gone.
Though weak in her final months, there was still that spirit, that same zest, that drew audiences to her in the first place.
I'm your typical sun and fun-loving California sweetheart.
But her look was hardly typical. As a young girl growing up in Corpus Christi, Texas, she once said neighbors would come by just to look at her. Eventually, Hollywood would knock.
Let Maxima comb your face.
In 1973, she married TV's $6 million man, Lee Majors. And soon after, her big break, Charlie's Angels.
Good morning, Angels.
Good morning, Charlie.
One of the original Angels, she became a sensation almost overnight. This pinup in the red bathing suit is the best-selling poster of all time. She left after one season for the movies. She later won an Emmy nomination for her role as a battered wife in The Burning Bed. Fawcett divorced Majors and began a long-time on-and-off romance with O'Neal. They had a son. As Fawcett moved into middle age, the job offers were fewer, telling us at the time she'd found something else.
Confidence, security, wisdom, knowledge, you know. I mean, I'm much more comfortable in my skin.
Actress Jaclyn Smith, friends with Fawcett even before their TV hit, spoke to Barbara Walters about the moment when a loved one learns they have cancer.
Certainly the last 2 years have brought us together in a different way, because once you hear those words, cancer, no one imagines it until they hear it. And it bonds you in a way.
Today, Jaclyn Smith said Fawcett now rests with the real angels. David Muir, ABC News, New York.